that Chakra doesn't work on people without Chakra. That doesn't make any sense. Gaara versus Crocodile. This topic is coming up again. I swear it's worse than the Naruto versus Luffy top, because this one has such a 1000% clear winner, and all the arguments for the other side are completely trash. You got a man made out of sand, and you got a man who controls all sand to a vastly higher degree and is able to take on opponents so far above Crocodile, it's not even funny. Yes, Gaara absolutely violates Crocodile. No, let's really think about this. How do you think it's an actual bonus, right, to turn into the element that your opponent controls? That's like turning into a puddle of water in front of a waterbender. Are you serious? And honestly, this comment right here is probably the craziest response and the only new response I've ever seen in the arguments. And it doesn't even make sense. Who told this man that Chakra doesn't work on people without Chakra? That doesn't make any sense. That's never been stated. That's never been implied. Matter of fact, we know it works on things without Chakra because things like normal cats, trees, the ground, sand, all of it has been affected by things with Chakra because that's not a thing in Naruto, and it never has been. So once again, we've got Gaara, who's able to contend with fused Momoshiki for any amount of time, and that fused Momoshiki the barest minimum I'm willing to give him is star level when I consistently have him at solar system level doing the scaling above Kaguya, who is going to destroy her dimensions. No, I do not use the creation feat, I use the destruction feat because it's much more impressive. For those that don't know, TSO's erasure abilities do not work on natural energy, which is what the planet is made out of. So that this means that the TSO is going to destroy it through DC means. And due to the time frame, it ends up being solar system level, as I can show the calc here. Now for speed, I'm going to get Gaara to MFTL plus, and I will lowball. Kakashi in part 1 dodged an attack stated to be moving at the speed of light, called the Light Fang Bullet. Might Guy and Kakashi and base are shown to be relative to each other in the war, of course. Then it's just a simple matter of stacking on the 8-gate multipliers. The first one being stated to be 5 times amp. The second to the 7th stated to be dozens of times, therefore bare minimum being 24x per gate. But I'm going to lowball it even further. I'm just going to say that 2 through 7 is somehow just only a 24 times amp, even though it's shown to be higher. So mind you, that's 5 times 24 now. Of course, with Mabui's teleportation used by A and Tsunade to attack Madara, who is shown to react to it and block it, giving him FTL bare minimum reaction speeds, as shown here, as a vastly stronger Madara is shown to give us a relative to 7th gate Guy. So it is consistent that these characters are able to produce and react to these speeds. And then we got the Creme la Creme, the final 8 gate, stated to be 100 times increase. Then we've got Sasuke and Naruto absolutely dog-walking a stronger Madara. And of course, Momoshiki is over these versions of Naruto and Sasuke. Gaara blocks an attack Fused Momoshiki. Fused Momoshiki is not able to surpass the durability of this attack either. He has to sneak around it. So this grants him MFTL plus speeds because 5 times 24 times 100 immediately gives them bare minimum 12,000 times the speed of light. Now, this is an extreme lowball because what I want you to remember is I counted 2 through 7 gate as 1 gate. I didn't bring up the fact that Sage Mode is a 5 times amp, or that fact that a base Naruto one-shot and contended with a guy who was already over Kaguya, meaning that base Naruto has MFTL plus speeds, and you can technically tack on another 5 times multiplier to the 12,000. And this is still an extreme lowball. And mind you, the guy you got him up against, Crocodile, has no feats post-time skip, and has no SOL feats at all. I don't want to hear a single person bring up Mihawk, because it does not make narrative sense for a base Luffy who beat up fucking Croc somehow also being weaker than his Gear 4th self. Let that sink in. In order for Mihawk to actually have been trying with that attack, you would have to say Gear 4 Luffy post-time skip is weaker than pre-time skip base Luffy, and I hope you don't have reasoning skills of a toddler to try to claim that he does. So there's no way you're getting Crocodile to 12,000 times the speed of light, which is where I got Gaara. And to mention on win cons, he has 3 big win cons, of course, which is all reliant on speed and AP, because the force you impart in your abilities is also linked to your control, as shown by Gaara's usage of sand. So as I've already said, I've got him to solar system level. With MFTL plus speeds, he is ripping the control directly from Crocodile and using Crocodile like an infinite ammo glitch, slapping him into the gourd and ejecting him with Chakra. Now he's got an endless resupply of ammunition, or he could just seal him. He can also just transport him to the ocean if he figures that out. But to be honest, Gaara slams, and it's not close. And as always, may the Supreme One, Einzul Gon, bless your day and curse your enemies. And fuck Donald Trump.